What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 215. Jesus, 215. And we start today's episode off by seeing that Scott Triggs has indeed accepted his contract. Now, we offered the man with no legs a new 2-year deal, a 2-year extension, if you will, on his current contract in the last episode, and he has accepted it, which is fantastic. He's an 85 rated centre midfielder who's been at the club for his entire career, and I'm really pleased with that. He's now got 4 years and 6 or 7 months left, so this guy's going to be staying with us throughout the series, which is fantastic. And we take on Schalke for today's first game in this episode. And as you can see as well, we've already qualified top of the table with 5 games in. Schalke can still finish second with a draw or a win, depending on how Ajax get on against Galatasaray. But for us, coming here to Germany, I didn't really care about the game because, of course, we've already finished first. And, finishing unbeaten would be lovely, but to be honest, I didn't really care what happened. So I rested the entire side, just hoping for a bit of fun, really. And the first chance of the game would fall to the hosts, Schalke, who go down the left-hand side here. It's eventually played through towards Asamoah. Camel's trying to keep up, but he can't. It's crossed into the box, and Rodrigo, the Spanish striker, who's very good on this game, makes it 1-0 just 8 minutes and 35 seconds in. So Schalke take the lead. They needed to win this game, really, to, seemingly win this game to finish in second place and qualify for the knockout stage, but we really didn't care. So when Rodrigo scored, I wasn't that bothered, to be honest. It's always disappointing to concede a goal, don't get me wrong, and to lose or draw and not get a win is still disappointing, but I wasn't really sort of, just thinking, oh, for goodness sake, I didn't really mind. But still, in the 22nd minute here, we tried to respond. Anderson Rodriguez doing a bit of skill, gives it to Harry Kane. Kane finds Catamol then plays it back towards Harry Kane. Kane spots a runner, João Cancelo, down the left-hand side. He fake shots round one, keeps on going, offloads it to Danny Ings. Ings finds Mikola, but it's a good stop by the goalkeeper, and Schalke get the ball away. So still 1-0 as things stood. And unfortunately we couldn't have made the most of that chance. In the 38th minute, Danny Ings gets on the ball for us and finds Anderson Rodriguez. Rodriguez offloads it towards Harry Kane, running down the left hand side. Doesn't have too much pace, but he's got enough to beat Matthews. He keeps on going. I try and drill in across towards Macaulay. He wins his header, but unfortunately the goalkeeper gets across the goal and tips it behind for a corner. So great save from the cross. However, from the corner, it's João Cancelo crosses the ball in. It's headed up in the air. Harry Kane heads it forward towards Danny Ings, and Ings puts it into the bottom corner. So Ings, of course, now a backup striker, still very good, and he's quite clinical as well, so I had faith he'd score when the ball dropped to his feet, and he did. So 1 apiece, and that was pretty much it for the entire game, to be honest. We had to wait until the 76th minute before something else would happen, and that came via a substitution. Desi and Meekings came on for Kane and Ings, so just giving the kids a bit more game time. Of course this game meant nothing, so may as well bring on the academy graduates and give them something to do. And they come off the bench as well. Schalke made a substitution as well. Palowski came on for Rodrigo, and in the 77th minute, directly from the subs, Schalke give the ball away, and it falls to João Cancelo playing left back in this game, and it is the Portuguese fullback offloads it to Desi, who just came off the bench. Quick little step over to get around one, then a lovely little piece of skill to beat Matip. Then he puts Hooverdes on the floor and finesses it into the top corner, so Desi just came on and he scores a goal to make it 2-1 to Millwall. So I've said before, the future's really bright here at Millwall. We got some great academy graduates coming through, and Desi off the bench scores his second goal in his debut season, and that was a really nice goal. He got very lucky because I did give the ball away to Hooverdes here, the centre back, but I just barged him over with Desi. I thought the referee was going to give a free kick there, but he didn't. He just literally just barges into the floor, wins it back, and then finesses it past the goalkeeper. The finish actually wasn't that great, but it was good enough. And it was again, I genuinely thought the referee should have given a free kick against us here, but I guess not. I guess we got quite lucky, and Desi does go ahead and make it 2-1. So we're in front of this game for the first time, and Matthews almost equalised for Schalke in the 83rd minute, but thankfully for us, he hit the post, and that was how the game would finish. So Schalke 1 and Millwall 2, and despite using a complete backup side and no first 11 players used in this game, we still managed to get the 3 points. And I'm very pleased. What can I say? Because even though it didn't matter for us, it's still a great result with a backup side, and we are showing this season that even when we're digging into our reserves, we can still produce the results. So we go through as top of the table. We already knew that, and Ajax go through in second place as well. So Schalke miss out; they'll settle for Europa League place, and we are through to the round of 16, and we will be facing a team that finished in second from their group, so that's pretty good. And we also got £10 million for qualifying, which is great. I love that extra piece of money just before the January transfer window. We got £10 million. I think I mentioned in the last episode, I don't really have any plans for the January transfer window other than signing that Stoke left back that I wanted, called Danny Wright, just for a bit more cover and peace of mind. There isn't really anyone I want. I've read some comments saying people want me to buy a new striker, but you know, the type of striker you guys want is someone that's like in the 87, 88 plus range. That's going to cost us too much money. We've only got about £17 million. That'll cost us way too much money, so we wouldn't be able to afford to do that this year. We'll have to wait until next year for that. But even so, Ezekiel's playing really well, so I don't really know why we need a new striker, but you guys seem to want one. But still, we almost scored in this game against Chelsea in the 16th minute. Kelvin got played forward, but the Brazilian put his shot wide. I don't know why I finessed that shot. I should have just powered it, but still scoreless. And then Guterres in the 29th minute has a header that goes just wide the post. So in this game at a snowy Stamford Bridge, it's quite an important one in the race for the title. And Chelsea were under the cosh really in the first few minutes. But in the 34th minute, they get the ball here out wide towards Victor Moses. Moses finds his man Antic, who chips the ball forward, and Alisson strikes it and finds the top corner. So what a great goal that is, and Chelsea are in front with virtually their first attack. Really, they were under pressure all throughout the game, but that's the first time they really strode forward into our box, and it is a great finish by Alisson. Lovely little first touch and a wonderful half volley into the top corner. No chance for our Italian goalkeeper Liali, and that's how the first half was finished. So behind at half time, not very good indeed, but directly from kickoff we tried to respond. Kelvin gets on the ball, nice little run by our Brazilian, and he keeps on going, takes aim with his left foot, but unfortunately the goalkeeper makes a good stop and keeps the score at 1-0. So very good save by the Italian Ferranetti there, who seems like he's a regen, and it is still 1-0. But the 53rd minute we try to respond. It's Suso down the right hand side, takes on Marcelo, beats him for pace, gets onto his left foot, rolls it back to Ezekiel, and well, he proved just what I was saying there. Great finish by Ezekiel. It's another goal in his debut season, puts it into the bottom corner, and it's Chelsea 1, Millwall 1. So glad to be back on level terms, and it is Ezekiel who gets the goal. And in the 83rd minute, Desi off the bench finds Ezekiel, who plays it back towards the run of Michael and Gu. He takes on Shirley. He's got the strength to withstand the challenge. He takes aim, but the goalkeeper makes the save with the near post, and it is cleared away. And that was how the game would finish. So a 1-1 draw against Chelsea here at Stamford Bridge. It's not a bad result. It's just this year we haven't really got the job done against the bigger teams. You know, we've been picking up the points against the smaller teams, but the teams in the top 5, top 6, we've struggled a little bit, and unfortunately we failed to get the win again. And it's not a bad result. You know, it's not a bad result, but I would have preferred the win, obviously. And you know, if we want to retain this title, we need to win those games. These are the big games. These are the 6-pointers, if you will, that you need to get the wins in. And unfortunately, we haven't really been doing that in these 6-pointers this year. But even so, I guess we'll have to take the draw. And it did give us enough confidence coming into this game away at Old Trafford to take on United that we could possibly pick up the 3 points away from home, because United currently sit in 6th, we're in 5th. We are 10 points behind Spurs. So Spurs are running away with the league at the moment. We really do need to start getting the 3 points on a regular basis. So as we take on United, they are sitting 1 place behind us. We fancied our chances, and the first chance of the game would fall in the 9th minute to us as Suso, the former Liverpool man, gets on the ball, plays it forward towards Ezekiel. Great chance, but trapped. The German goalkeeper makes a good save, and Fernando clears it away. And in the 26th minute, Oxlade-Chamberlain has a free kick. He swings it into the centre. Eric Dier goes for the header, but unfortunately it's cleared away, and Guterres' half volley is well saved by Trapp. So still scoreless here, with the early chances coming to us. Very nice to see. And just before half time, United had one of their first chances. Mkhitaryan, the former Shakhtar and Borussia Dortmund man, gets on the ball, plays that wide towards Improte. That he takes on Luke Shaw. He beats him anyway, and withholds the challenge of Oxlade-Chamberlain, withstands the challenge of Chamberlain even, and crosses the ball in. And it's the Belgian striker whose name I can't pronounce, Batshuayi or something like that, who puts it into the back of the net and makes it United 1, Millwall 0. So just before half time we concede. Not a good time to concede. We're 1-0 down, and in the 61st minute we go down the right hand side with Carrasco, take on Wilfried Zaha, swinging it across towards the centre. Oxlade-Chamberlain goes for the header. It's cleared away. It comes to Glenn Robinson, plays out wide towards Kelvin to Shaw. Shaw then crosses the ball in, and the header by Suso is simply saved by Trapp. And unfortunately, that was all I could really do in this game. You know, I could just cross the ball in and hope I could get a header into the back of the net. That was all I could do. I was playing really poorly, and I just couldn't seem to break United's defence down. I wasn't having a good game at all, and I decided I needed an injection of pace up top, so I brought on Danny Ings for Glenn Robinson here. Had to bring on a pace merchant, just someone to sort of basically just blitz through the middle. Someone sort of open up the gap in defence, because United would United were stopping me from playing through the middle. They were forcing me to play out wide and try and cross the ball in, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get the goals in this game. And here you see in the 77th minute the header well saved by Trapp, and then the follow-up shot by Ezekiel was saved, and we just couldn't get the goal, to be honest. But in the 80th minute here, Luke Shaw gets on the ball and finds Scott Triggs. Triggs offloads it towards Brian Carrasco. Carrasco goes down the right hand side, really good chance here, fake shots around Wilfred Zaha, stops the ball, beats two United defenders, goes down the right hand side, delivers a fantastic cross, and it is Danny Ings at the far post who heads it in and makes it United 1, Millwall 1 with just over 8 minutes to go. So one apiece here, and that was how the game would finish. So I brought on Ings for the pace, instead he heads it in instead, but what a lovely run and cross that was by Carrasco. But 1-1 the final score. We're not getting the results in these big games, very frustrating, but at least we're not getting the defeats either. That's the main thing. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, because that's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.